Hey guys, Sak here from SAKITECH, and in today's video what we're going to do is we are going to be unboxing, doing a full initial setup, and reviewing the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. But in this video we are going to be unboxing a custom red colored S23 Ultra. Now when you buy a custom color, the box that you get is slightly different. You can see it right here. We actually have the 4 custom colors printed on the box. If you were to go and buy a white S23 Ultra, this is what that would look like. You can see the white color shows up here, or the cream color as they call it. But when you buy a custom color, you get all colors, and in this case mine is going to be the red color. So let's start the unboxing process and see what this one looks like and what are the differences compared to the regular standard colors like the cream color. So we're going to lift up the box, okay? And then here's the phone. There is something in front of it, so we're going to remove that. This thing right here. And then that's the red color right there. So I'm going to put that phone to the side for a second. Okay, I'm going to see what else is in the box. There's one more box in the box. And in that box, we have the USB Type-C to C cable. We have the quick start guide, as you can see. And also we get a small SIM ejection tool, as you can see right over here. But that's that. Let's move our attention to the main dish, which is this guy here. And of course, the links are going to be down below to buy the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra at the lowest pricing and the best incentives. Links down below. Let's move on. All right, so here we have the red color. Now, a lot of things about the red color and the custom colors is different than the standard colors like the white. I'm going to show that to you in a second, but you can see that over here, we do have that camera setup. We have a 200 megapixel main camera, a 12 megapixels ultra wide camera, and 2 telephoto cameras, 10 megapixels each, capable of giving you 10 times optical and 100 times hybrid zoom. Now if you look at the color, you can see it is a beautiful matte finish. The rear build quality is top notch. This is in fact Gorilla Glass Victus 2, which ensures enhanced drop protection and scratch resistance. But of course, you still need a case to protect your phone. Now, if you look on the sides, we have matte black finish. Okay, so this is not shiny black, it's matte finish. On this side, we have nothing. On the top, we have one microphone. And on this side, we have the volume rocker and the power button, all right? And at the bottom, we've got the S Pen, we've got the speaker grill. We have 2 more microphones here and here. And of course, over here, we have that SIM card tray. Now, when you poke the hole to remove the SIM card tray, make sure you poke it on the one on this side, because these are microphones. If you poke those, you are going to damage the microphones. And of course, when you first buy the phone, make sure you peel these stickers that are attached to the phone all around the edges to protect it. But after doing that, you can see we have that matte finish as opposed to the shiny finish on the regular phones. So I'm going to bring in a white phone right now. You can see that's going to have a shiny finish. It's reflective. I can see my finger. But this one is going to be black matte finish, which is something I prefer. Mostly I'm preferring the matte stuff on the back, but it's nice to have it on the sides as well when you go with a custom color. And again, make sure to peel this sticker off from the phone so it looks normal. Otherwise, it might look a little bit funny. Now, here's a standard color and here's a custom color side by side. Another thing that you want to look at is you can see on the custom color, the rings around the actual camera, they're silver. On this particular custom color, it is black. They're equally thick, but one is silver. But in this case, these are not matte, okay? This is shiny black. The rings, that's shiny silver. But the sides, we have non-shiny matte finish. And over here with the regular colors, you're going to get the shiny silver finish. Again, with particular colors, but side by side, they don't look that different, obviously. Personally, I prefer the red color. That's the one that I purchased for my daily use. All right, so when you turn on the phone for the very first time, this is what you see. You see the welcome screen. This is something we're used to. So the first thing you do is you tap on start. We're going to do the whole setup process. Now, when you come here, make sure you only agree to the terms that are not optional. Anything that's optional is mostly useless. So tap on I agree. Now, if you already have an older phone, whether that's a Samsung phone, Android phone, or an iPhone, you can transfer all your data from one phone to the other using the setup process right here. You can see you can choose a Galaxy or Android phone or iPhone or even an iPad to transfer all the information over. In this case, I'm not going to do it, but it's going to be very easy. If I tap on this, for example, it's simply going to ask you to launch the camera application of your older phone and scan this QR code, and it's going to start the process almost magically and automatically. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to tap on skip. I like to set up my phones brand new. The first thing they want you to do is set up a Wi-Fi network. So let me do that right now. I'm going to connect to a 5G network. So that was quick and easy. So we're good to go with that. Now it is going to be looking for eSIMs. It is fully compatible with eSIMs. In my case, I do have an eSIM plan, but for now I'm going to skip it. But basically, you're just going to pick your provider and then follow the steps. I'm going to skip it for now. I might actually insert a physical SIM into the SIM tray. So let's do this. Takes a couple seconds to get the phone ready. And then once again, you're going to see the option to copy apps and data from another device. This is Samsung's Smart Switch. What you saw earlier was Google's transferring system. So you can use either. I would prefer that you use this one. If you have a Samsung phone, it's so much more easy. When you tap on next, again, it's going to ask you or tell you that you need your old phone in the proximity to start the process. Again, I'm just going to start a brand new phone for this one. Tap on don't copy. It's going to check the info. It's going to ask me to log into the phone with a Google account as step number 1, which I'm going to do right now. And then once you do that, it's going to ask you this, who's going to be using this device? Obviously, it's going to be me. So I'm going to tap on next, okay? And then you're going to just agree to these terms. You can say, yes, I'm in, or you can opt out after you read this. In this case, I'm going to be in. And let's see what else we have. Tap on I agree to the terms of Google. And then it's going to get the account info, and we're going to move on. Now, when it comes to the Google services, you do want to back up to the Google Drive just in case. Location probably should be on if you want to use your GPS and all that stuff. Maps. You can have this enabled as well. With the device maintenance, I don't like to send my usage and diagnostic data. So I disable that, but I do want to install apps and updates as they become available. Then when you're ready, you tap on accept. Okay. Now you can set a fingerprint or a Face ID. I recommend fingerprints, but you can have fingerprints and Face ID together. So let's do the fingerprints, see how that one works. Tap on continue. You do have to pick a PIN number before you set up the fingerprints. Tap on PIN. Let's just say 000 for this video. You don't want to do that in real life, obviously. And then let's scan. Tap on register. Let's just start the scanning process. Okay, that's nice and quick. We do have a very large ultrasonic fingerprint sensor that is hiding under the display. So it works very well. Just make sure you feed the sensor different aspects of your finger. Okay, so once that is done, it's going to say 100%. You can even add another on this screen, as you can see by tapping add. For now, I'm just going to do one. Tap on next, and here you can set up your Google Assistant. Mine is already set up, so it's just going to say you're good to go. Okay, let's see what it says. Getting your phone ready. Now, you do also want to have a Samsung account and log into the phone with your Samsung account to enable a variety of features. So I am going to do that right now as well. Once you log in, it's going to ask you a couple things. Again, anything that says optional, for now, you can just skip it, okay? And once you click login, you're going to be right here. It's going to say, do you want to enable these things? Enable this, disable this, keep this enabled. You don't need this also. Tap on agree. Again, we can come back to these things later. Now you can choose if you want to start off with the light mode or the dark mode. Most people like the dark mode, okay? It also saves you battery life when you have a darker screen on an OLED display. But we're going to go with light in this video. Tap on next, and then it says you're all set up. Tap on finish. We're going to get dumped into the home screen, and there it is, as you can see. Real quick, I'm going to pinch the screen, go over, start a new one here, tap on home. Now that's my home screen. The reason I want to do this is because I want to see the wallpapers that are available right now. So it says your phone will restart to apply updates. So that's happening right now. Don't get panicked if that happens. Let's wait that out. So we're back here. We're going to swipe to unlock. It's going to ask for the PIN number. I'm going to put that in. After we restart, you have to put the PIN number in. Alright, so let's quickly do a quick fingerprint sensor test. I'm going to double tap to wake it up. Tap, goes right inside. Let's do that one more time. Super fast. Now you can also do it this way. So if I turn this off, and if I just put my finger straight on the sensor without double tapping to wake up, it's going to log in right away. Super fast. Now let's pinch the screen and let's quickly look at the wallpapers that we have with the phone. So here we have it. I am going to disable this feature right here for now. Okay. So if the dark mode is enabled, it dims the wallpaper, so it's harder to see the wallpaper. Let's tap on change. And these are the featured wallpapers. You have a bunch of video wallpapers, like this one right here, that you can use on the lock screen. And then you have the standard S23 Ultra wallpapers, which are these guys right here. Let's pick this one right here. Looks like they have the lighter versions and also brighter versions. So I'm going to go with this one. Tap on next for now and say done. And that's going to be my wallpaper. Go back over here. And then we have some graphical wallpapers. We also have some colors. With the one thing with the colors is when you pick a color wallpaper, you do have the option when you tap on next to change the color by tapping this over here. So I can pick any style and change the color to what I want. In fact, let's just keep the blue one right here or orange one right here for this video. Let's go like that, and you have a nice gradient for that. And that's that. Let's go back to change wallpapers, and that's basically all that we have, okay? All right. Now you can see that we do have a gorgeous screen. This screen is 6.8 inches. It is Quad HD plus resolution. And of course, it's got the 120 Hz display refresh rate. It is adaptive, so it goes from 1 to 120 to save battery. So that's what you should keep this in to get the smooth experience, the smooth scrolling experience. The standard will save you some battery, but honestly, you don't have to worry about it because the battery on the S23 Ultra is actually so good, so improved, that even with the maximum settings, you're going to be able to get maximum long battery life. And also scroll down here and look at the screen resolution. It is in the middle by default. Put this right on the highest, crispiest resolution. Again, because you have that great battery life, you might as well get the best clarity on the screen. Okay, and then I'm going to change the adaptive brightness to regular brightness, bring this to the middle, and we are going to be good to go. That's simply just the way I like to set it up. So fantastic display with great options to customize. Alright, so I want to show you some cool features with the camera as part of this initial review. So basically you have that 200 megapixel main camera, but a lot of people don't understand that you do have to activate that camera to actually use it. So when you launch the camera application, over here, there's going to be a button you have to press, and you can see you have to actually select the 200 megapixel option, or you can select the 50 megapixel option. When you go with this one, that's going to get you the sharpest possible photo. So let me take a photo real quick. Just took a photo. And then if I click it again, I can go with the 50 megapixel option. That's also going to be sharp. That's basically similar to the iPhone. The iPhone has a 48 megapixel camera, the iPhone 14 Pro Max. So that's similar to that. And then you have the regular option, which is this right here, which is going to be 12 megapixels by default. So you can activate the maximum power for the camera from this menu. The other thing that you have is you have 8K video at 30 frames per second. Again, to use that, you tap on this guy here and you actually go to 8K, and you can see now it says 8K at 30. Now with the 8K at 30, you also have better stabilization when you're doing video recording with the S23 Ultra. The S22 Ultra basically has no stabilization with the 8K option and is 24 frames per second. Now you have 8K, 30, better quality, better stabilization. So those are two of the major additions to the camera, and of course, overall the camera has been enhanced. Now when you tap this over here, this would be your, let me go back to the regular option here. So over here, you're able to do ultra wide. As you can see, that's the 12 megapixel ultra wide camera. Then you go to 3 times telephoto camera, and then you have the 10 times telephoto, and then you can go all the way up to 100, as you can see, by pinching and going out or tapping one of these buttons on the corner. So that's the camera. And one more thing to understand is if you go into the 200 megapixel option, you're only able to use the 200 megapixel main camera. You cannot do ultra wide or zoom in this option here. So you have to choose what you want based on the given need and scenario in which you're taking the photo. At 50, again, you cannot use ultra wide or telephoto. Only when you go to the regular mode is when you can access all the cameras, as you can see. That's the camera. And of course, one thing you should know with your new phone is when you go all the way down and you go to About Phone here, when you go to Software Information, you'll see that you are running the latest version of One UI, which is 5.1 with Android 13. It doesn't particularly have any new features, but some under the hood improvements and enhancements. Alright, so of course, you have the S Pen with the S23 Ultra. When you first remove it, you'll get a short tutorial on some of the main features. So you can see that when you first do it, you'll see all this stuff. It says, enjoy your S Pen. It is very similar to what we have on the S22 Ultra. You click this button, you've got your Air Command menu. And you go to your settings, okay? You scroll down a little bit to Advanced Features, go to S Pen, and you have all the same features, Air Command, Air View, S Pen to text. You also have Air Actions. Just make sure Pen is connected to your phone to use the Air Actions. You have to insert the S Pen in here, and then it's going to do the Bluetooth connection, and then you can use the S Pen as a remote control to control your device if that is what you desire. But these are pretty much all the S Pen settings you find on older phones such as the S22 Ultra, even the Note 20 Ultra, even the S21 Ultra, and all that good stuff. So let's look at the battery real quick. So I'm going to go to Device Care under Settings. It's going to be right here. And if you go to battery, we do have a 5,000 milliamp hour battery that has been improved considerably because it is using a better, more efficient chip, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. But as far as features are concerned, it's very similar to what we have on all the other Samsung phones, the flagship ones. So we do have wireless power sharing. You can charge another device. For example, you can charge your Samsung Galaxy Buds on the back of your phone, which is great. A lot of phones don't have that option. And then you have, if you go to more battery settings, you've got the adaptive battery. When it comes to performance, you can do light or standard, as you can see. And we have fast charging, fast wireless charging. The fast charging is 45 watts fast charging. The phone will charge from 0 to 100 in less than an hour. As far as fast wireless charging goes, that's going to be a little bit longer, up to 2 hours for a full charge. And you also have the protect battery feature, as you can see here. Overall, the menu settings here are very similar to other Samsung phones running One UI 5.0. We don't have many new software features. What we do have, the biggest thing is the new camera, the new faster processor, the new faster RAM, and the new faster storage. So combine all those, you're getting better performance, and you're also getting much better battery life. Those things are the highlights of the S23 Ultra. Alright, so that brings us to the end of this video. The Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra unboxed, set up, and an initial review with a look at what is new. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below. Let me know. For now, guys, have a fantastic day.